Did I put my foot in it when I bid on a house that I had never seen, or will it all work out? Before I show you the house, what it looks like before we start work, I want to show you what the house looked like before we bought it and explain why we got into a situation where we were bidding on a house where we'd never seen it. I need to take you back to May 2020. Ireland was in lockdown and viewings weren't allowed. The house had gone sale agreed, I think at 425,000, but fell out of bed during COVID and came back onto the market during lockdown. At the time, viewings weren't allowed and no one really knew what was going to happen to the market once it opened up again. And there was a lot of predictions that property prices would crash. We knew the area really well and we knew we were going to gut the property, so we made an offer at 390,000 without seeing the property. We made the offer on the condition that it was accepted quickly before the market reopened. We were taking a little bit of a gamble because it was 35,000 below the asking price. After a few weeks of negotiation, we finally agreed at 395. We went into legals quickly, but we discovered that there was probate issues along with title issues and there was no clear timeline. We waited around for some time, but it came to August in 2020 and we had moved no further in the legals, so we decided we were going to have to pull out because at the time we were considering other options and we were also considering moving to New York. So we pulled out of the sale, but later in the year, in November 2020, we met with the same agent at another property and we asked him what was the status of the property we originally put a bid on and went sale agreed on. He informed us that it had gone sale agreed, however he felt it was going to fall out of bed again. We let him know at that time that if it did fall out of bed, we were willing to close quickly and sign contracts quickly at a price of 370,000. And we were willing to take any kind of time delays associated with the property as well as cleaning up the legal title issues. About a week later, the agent did inform us that the sale had fallen through and the vendor would consider an offer from us. We stuck at our guns at 370 and a few weeks later we had a deal. This deal was 55,000 lower than the original sale agreed or asking price. We signed the contracts at the end of December 2020 and we headed off to New York knowing that probate was going to take some time. Probate did take a long time and we finally closed the deal 8 months later in August 2021. We had an agreement in place with the vendor that we could apply for planning permission before closing, so we had submitted a planning application to extend out the rear before we actually closed, and we were lucky enough to get full planning permission in October 2021. I will show you plans for that extension later on. That takes us up to right now. We have a tender pack completed and it has been issued to a number of contractors. Hopefully those tenders don't come in too expensive and we can appoint a contractor very quickly. So make sure you actually subscribe to the channel because I will update you guys on the progress of the property as we go. So let's take a walkthrough on what the property looks like right now. I was lucky enough that my father did scrape off some of the wallpaper as well as remove a lot of the carpets and everything else that was in the property. So I'll give you a quick tour and let you know what we plan to do with the house. We plan to actually brick up this door is one of the first things we're going to be doing into this will be our sitting room. We'll be keeping the fire breast, but we will be changing the fireplace. We'll be knocking through this wall here. So we will be blocking that one up, but we'll be knocking through this wall, creating pocket doors, large pocket doors into what will be our dining room. So we will go down and this will be our dining room. We'll be knocking this wall and creating kind of a door element here that's sliding doors. And then it will be a little bit more open plan. We're going to take this fireplace out. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but it is quite thick. There's a huge amount of space within this room taken up by this fireplace. So we're going to take that all out. And then we're going to be knocking this down and extending out into the back garden for our kitchen. So this will be our dining room. And I'll bring it out to what is currently the kitchen and bathroom. This will all be actually changed and different. Stairs is all going to change. This will be down into a second bathroom eventually. But this will all change. This was an extension put on at some point. Kitchen and bathroom out the back. Not in the greatest condition, but someone was living here at one stage. But all of this is being knocked down and we will be doing a double height extension. And I'll show you plans of that at some stage. But our extension is going to come out here. These outhouses, which are one bathroom. And this is an old coal shed full of spider webs. Not going in there right now. A lot of spider webs, but that was an old coal shed at one point. So all of this is being knocked. All that will be knocked, and then we're bringing the house out at single story at one side on this side, but it will be double height on this side for a bathroom, and that additional bathroom up top. So let's go check out upstairs. So the house is pretty old, and there is some structural issues in it, which we kind of knew about at the stage when we were purchasing it. And obviously I've taken some of the plaster work off. My dad was a great help in terms of stripping, I suppose, all the carpet other than the hall, and taking layers and layers of wallpaper off the walls so we could see what the plaster work was like. We're going to end up probably replacing nearly all the plaster. This is going to be blown out, and this will be our new bathroom that will go all the way out. I'll show you the plans. We've got a really cool skylight in the bathroom over the shower, which would be really nice to see. There is a structural issue here, which again we knew about, and there's a little bit of separation, and there's this tiny bit of bowing, but nothing major for a property of this age, so we're not too worried about it. This is a 3-bedroom house, so this is going to be one of the bedrooms. It's going to be a little bit smaller because we're going to take about here. We're going to take that off because we want to rearrange the access here into the 3 bedrooms, because one of the bedrooms is currently accessed through this bedroom, as you'll see here, and that's not ideal for us. As I mentioned, downstairs we're taking the fireplace out just below this room, so we're going to take this fireplace out as well to give us a little bit more room, which will be kind of the master bedroom. We're going to take the roof off as well and create some skylights in this room. We're looking out onto the old Kevin Street DIT, which has been knocked, and I don't mind that at all. It's going to be built up as apartments, hotels, and lots of other stuff. We're lucky enough that we're not going to be too overlooked by the new development, so I don't mind that being done. It's going to be a lot nicer than what was there in the past. So into this bedroom, which we're going to call Kevin's bedroom, but this fireplace is going to remain. We're going to fix it up, and we're going to fix that fireplace up, and we will be rearranging it a little bit in terms of putting a new door there, hence why we're taking off. We're going to change the layout of the hall or the landing up here. We're actually going to hopefully this will be a little bit bigger, probably an extra 2 or 3 feet wider this direction, and what we're hoping to do is put in our washer dryer here, and a cool kind of unit that we've discovered in America that helps with drying clothes, like a standing drying rack, a heated standing drying rack. As you can see, like, there's a decent amount of height within the ceilings here, which we're going to try to open up, and we will have a huge skylight here as well, and that will be the bathroom, which we're looking forward to get going on. We are delighted with the property. We are really excited about the project itself, but one of the major benefits from the location as well is the property is just on the edge and located within the Living City scheme in Dublin, and therefore we will be able to get some tax credits on the refurbishment work that we do. As promised, I did say I would share the designs of the project, so here they are. As mentioned, we are extending out the rear. It's single story on one level and 2 stories on part. It's very open plan on the downstairs. There will be lots of pocket doors that we can close off some areas if required. There is a new downstairs bathroom which will be hidden. The kitchen is going to be very bright because there's a large roof light above the kitchen, and we also have a hidden small office within the kitchen, which I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be an amazing little small space for me. Then when we go upstairs on the return, there will be a new bathroom which will have a lovely bright roof light just over the shower, so that will be an interesting concept to have. Upstairs there will be 3 bedrooms, and again we're bringing a lot of light into the main room with a large roof light as well. As I said, tenders are out and we are hoping to get some reasonable quotes back in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to follow on this journey over the next 6 months, because I will update progress as we go. We are delighted with the property, we're delighted with the location, we have a lot of friends in the area and we really love living close to the city centre. If you do want to know more about this project and content, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave comments below. Any ideas are welcome too. I love hearing from you guys.